I'm trying to be a good granddaughter. Pretty much every day she was making stewed chicken or fried fish or some variation of those. I'm not gonna diss that food, I'm gonna eat it. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today what I wanted to do is kind of have a check-in video that kind of relates back to the New Year tag that I did earlier this year. What I want out of this video is to check in with myself and hopefully inspire you guys to check in with yourselves. I think it's around this time of year that most people kind of forget about their resolutions completely. I would really like this year to be a year of personal growth for me. In order to do that, I cannot forget about my goals, the bigger picture here. We can do that together, just be on this great journey together. In the New Year tag video, I came up with 15 goals I had for the year 2015. I'm just gonna go through them, remind myself of what those goals were, and kind of check in to see how I'm doing with each of them. To connect with myself on a deeper level and find a little bit more inner peace, my higher self or my true self, whatever you want to call it. And I wanted to do that through meditation and reflection. This is what my journal looks like. I have written quite a bit this year. I think it doesn't really look like that much because this is a huge journal. This right here, where this ribbon is, kind of denotes like where I've written to. I think I've been focusing more on positives rather than negatives in my journal, which really I think brightens up my energy as a whole. For a while there, I was waking up every single morning really early to meditate with my mom, which is kind of a good way for us to connect and start our days together. We haven't been doing that lately, so I do need to get back on the ball with meditation. Something else that I didn't really take into account, but that has really helped me pay attention to my own personal growth, has been reading my tarot cards. I don't know, not everyone is really into this kind of thing. It is a really great way for me to kind of open up and listen to the lessons that the universe is trying to teach me. Running, and I wrote down at least once a week. I fail at that, honestly. I have gone running more than usual, but it still hasn't been very much. And I honestly haven't run maybe 2 months now. So my mom always says that some people are meant to be your sandpaper. Well, she says this about people, but I think it can apply to anything. They're kind of rough around the edges. You don't really like them that much, but it teaches you a lesson in how to, dig your heels in, I guess, and get it done anyway. And that's what I want to do with running. I'm going to recommit myself. This is a good reminder of that goal because I honestly forgot that I even said I was going to go running this year. Find a job. I haven't found one yet, but I am on the job hunt and I'm hoping something comes around soon. To stick to a blog post and video posting schedule. I haven't really given myself a definite schedule, but I have for the most part posted a new video pretty much once a week since the beginning of the year, which I'm really proud of. I did decide to discontinue my blog. When I was in college, I told myself, once I graduate, I'll have so much more time to dedicate to my blog. But now that I have the time, I still don't want to do it. It really started to be something I dreaded. I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to. Make some real friends. Unfortunately, I haven't really met anybody, so I'm still working on that one. Even though I haven't necessarily made new friends, what I have done was try to separate myself from relationships that I saw as toxic, because I think sometimes friendships can run their course, save money. I don't have a job yet, so that's kind of hard. I'm trying really hard not to be too harsh on myself and just breathe. Commit to vegetarianism. I tried really hard to just go cold turkey. It was just really difficult. So what I've been doing for the past couple months, I have just been eating a pescatarian diet, which means I stick to eating fish. Maybe just psychologically, it's a lot easier for me to feel like I'm not depriving myself of everything at once. I think maybe closer to the end of the year, I will go all the way and just get on that vegetarian train. Read one book per month. I've read 4 or 5 books by this time in the year. The book that I'm currently reading is by Russell Brand and it's called Revolution. This is it right here. If you guys want me to do a review on that or what my thoughts are, definitely let me know. It's an amazing, amazing book. Commit to a nighttime and morning time routine. I don't feel like I've done a great job of this. I feel like I'm still kind of figuring out what my routines are and what works for me specifically, because having like a set thing that I do every morning and a set thing that I do every night at the same time, it makes me feel like an animal in a cage, honestly. I think I'm starting right now to realize that it's okay not to do the same exact thing every day, but to have a general outline in mind. Find a way to dance. So I have been taking pole fitness dance classes. It's a real test of my strength and my flexibility. I will post some links down below to kind of give you an example of what I mean, because I think when you say pole dancing, people automatically assume you're doing stripping, but that's not that's not what it is. Volunteer in my community, and I have gone volunteering a couple times now this year, although I do think that I need to be going more often. Twice a month would be awesome. I think that's like the holy grail of goals for volunteering. I've done a couple different things. I went to a homeless shelter and helped make lunch. I went to this place where they donate brand new clothing, and so I was just kind of sorting through the clothes to see what was dirty, what was damaged, you know, what could be folded and put away. It does feel good to give back to your community. People need it. It's, you know, just a couple hours out of a weekend usually. I normally would have been watching Netflix with my mom anyways. Create a short film or a documentary. I have a concept in mind. It's just gonna be kind of an experimental short film. I'm not really interested in plot or screenplays or anything like that right now. I basically just want to play with montage and the idea of time, movement. I sound like such a pretentious little filmmaker. Love more deeply. I mentioned earlier that I haven't really made any new friends, but I feel like what I have been doing is really deepening the bonds that I do have that I think are really good for me and really bring about positive energy within. My brothers, my mom, my best friend Monse. I'm just connecting with the people who've been in my life for a long time. In college, I went through a really dark, rough kind of time. I was really depressed and out of it. I feel like I pushed people away a lot during that time in my life, and right now, I'm coming back to them and they're coming back to me, and it feels great. Laugh more often. I was honestly a little bit scared when I moved here because I realized how closed off I had become and how laughing really didn't come so easily to me. I just wouldn't really let go in that way. And I don't know, I just feel like laughter comes more easily to me lately, and a deeper kind of laugh that really leaves me happy. It's not something I'm forcing or feeling like I'm just giving a courtesy giggle because I need to so that people don't think something's wrong with me, because I have done that. I used to do that a lot, actually. To be kinder in thought. I think we all have it in us to be a little bit catty sometimes, a little bit more judgmental than you need to be. I don't know, I've just kind of let go of a lot of my judgments, and I think that has to do a lot just with the spiritual journey that I've been on, which I think is beautiful. That was my New Year's check-in. Again, I hope this inspires you guys to check in with yourselves and kind of see where you are with your goals for the year. And then I'm going to do another check-in in a few months, kind of in the fall area of the year, just so that I don't get lost in the hustle and bustle of life. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really would appreciate if you guys could subscribe to my channel. I encourage you guys to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know I'm on the right track. As always, definitely try to find me on Twitter or on Tumblr or Instagram, especially Tumblr. I love Tumblr. I'm getting really obsessed with it right now. Bye! On a glitter brains rating scale, I would give this